Welcome back, y'all. It's Rising David. I said welcome back, y'all. It's Rising David, and welcome back to another video. I have just completed 3 weeks here at Syracuse University, and this video is basically just going to be an update video as to how I've been doing, what has the college transition been like, and what are some things to look forward to in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to it. Oftentimes the questions I get are, how have your first few weeks of school been? And I mean, in reality, they haven't really been that bad. But day-to-day life sometimes can be hard, and some things in particular have been hard for me. So I'm gonna go through some things that may have made life difficult, or things that I'm working past and adjusting to being here at Syracuse University. I actually started school August 26th. I moved in the 18th, so I was actually here days prior, but I actually started school officially 26th. So one of the things that have been like really tough for me was the homesickness. I mean, I'm about 1,000 miles away from home. I'm in a state that I'm not familiar with. I do have people who support me, but in a school that's so big, so many people, this is really something that's pushing me out of my comfort zone. And it's really like pushing me to be uncomfortable. And it's when I get uncomfortable that I grow, but I've just never been this uncomfortable before. And this is something I've always wanted to. So I'm just trying to work past it. I know that, you know, I'll have my time to go home. It's not like I'm never going home, but it's rough. I mean, this is really my first time truly being on my own and having to take care of myself on a day-to-day basis and not basically have anyone, you know, hovering over me or making sure that I did this, making sure that I did that. I am, you know, 100% just maintaining myself and having to do that and do this thing called adulting. So I guess that's been one of the things that's been really tough for me. And another thing that was like really big during the first week of school was like communication. I failed to, you know, communicate certain things, and I feel like when you don't communicate, people feel neglected because you don't properly communicate. And just when you're going through things or you have other plans and things come up, you need to make sure that you are constantly keeping the people who care about you, and just people in general, you know, you don't want to come off as fake or anything like that. Just let them know that, hey, I got other plans and I won't be able to make it. It'll go a long way. That way you don't have a false narrative about you circulating. And that way everybody just has a better relationship with you in general. Week 2. So one of the things that I feel like really got me with week 2 was like time management. I mean, getting to college, that first week was like a blur, literally. And I was just, you know, trying to fill up my time with whatever I thought would basically help me escape. So I would just fill up my time gaps with like, oh, I'll go do this and I'll go do that. Party hop that night and do this and do that. But when in reality, you should probably be allocating your time a lot better, because no one is gonna sit there and manage your time for you. And especially in college, when you do have those big chunks of free time where you get to basically do whatever you want. You're gonna want to make sure you use those to make sure your grades are fine, your work is done. That way you can do what you need to do on the weekends and whatnot. So time management was definitely tough because I didn't have a set schedule, or I didn't flow with my schedule yet. It's getting better. I still struggle sometime with it, but definitely something that's a work in progress. Week 2 homesickness wasn't as big of a thing. I mean, it still does hit me from time to time, but it definitely wasn't that bad compared to week 1, where it was a little rough for me at some instances. Week 3 has just finished. That means I have done 15 days of school thus far. That means I have done 1 test, written a couple essays, done 1 paper. I've been a college student pretty much. Done everything, next to everything you could imagine a college student should do. Wash, dishes, have some sort of a social life. And just trying to balance all of those things. Week 3 is definitely a lot better than the weeks prior. I think every week just continues to build on each other. It's a learning experience for me. It's a learning experience for most of my colleagues here, my peers and whatnot. Just trying to adjust, honestly. I'm getting better with my time management as of now. I'm going to the gym more often. I'm just trying to find my groove and trying to find things that benefit me will make me feel acclimated to the campus. So I actually just got into my first organization, which is called Orange Seeds. It's a first-year leadership organization for freshmen. And I also just got my first job here on campus, which is the Lawrinson main desk assistant position, actually in my building. So when it snows, I don't have to go outside. I'm perfectly fine.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Carter.